Thanks for joining today, everyone. Get your arms up. Let's work on our shoulders to get warmed up. So at a 90-degree angle with your arms, 90 degrees, right? So you're trying to get your forearm perpendicular to the ground, your upper arm, right, from your elbow to your shoulder, parallel to the floor, right? And then your posture is real tall. Your arms or your elbows, your forearms, should be a little bit to the front. Right? You don't want to be so far out to the side where you feel like your shoulder blades are pinching together. So from there, keep your elbows fixed in space and just try to bend or bring your hands and forearms forward, and then continue to go down and point towards the floor. Go as far as you feel comfortable with, and then come right back up to where you started. Now the key is trying to rotate that upper arm as we bring the hands and forearms down and then right back up. Don't worry about forcing it at the bottom. You come down as far as you're comfortable with and then come right back up again. And so you're trying to keep your upper arm and elbow somewhat fixed in space, right, from your tricep and bicep area, right, this whole general area you're trying to keep fixed in space as you come down, right? It's still in that same general area, and then as you come up, it's still off to the side in there. So you're trying to keep that upper arm from moving too much as you rotate. Just a couple more. This is pretty good for the rotator cuff, right? Getting a little bit of mobility in the rotator. Nice and easy, come all the way up to vertical again, and then we come in. Both hands, elbows, forearms, bring it into the center, right in front of your body, in front of the sternum and your face. Your hands, your thumbs should be right in front of your face, right around nose level, and then go wide. Now from here, I want you to purposefully go wide and back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. It's as if you're stretching out your chest and you're pushing it out as you bring your elbows and forearms back. Again, don't force it. And then come forward. And give it a good squeeze. Press your hands, forearms in towards each other. Give it a good squeeze. And then go out wide and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then come forward. Don't pause for too long. All right, so as you go back, don't hold it for very long back there. Just squeeze as much as you can. And then come forward. Give it a good squeeze. Shoulder blades pinching. And then in. You're trying to keep your forearms perpendicular to the ground as you go forward. And as you go back. Don't let your hands bend forward as you come out wide. You cannot be in here. You cannot be in here. Where was I? Before I was rudely interrupted. That's going to disrupt my recording. Now I have to start all over again. No, we won't. I'm just kidding. We carry on. Right? I'll delete it. I'll delete it later. I'll edit it. So among my finer skills is video editing, right? And IT. And UPS deliveries. And what else? And fitness. One more. And relax. All right, shake out those arms. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let's stand up now. Grab a light pair of dumbbells. Very light. The lightest you have. You can even grab some water bottles, very small water bottles, or maybe some books. You can even grab some books. Some equally sized books, give or take. We're going to go out wide. And then right back down. Your arms are bent a little. Get a good posture. Right, engage your core. Right, pull in the stomach. Raise the arms out to the side and come down. You can't really see it in the sweater, but my arms are bent just a little bit. And then you're raising up to shoulder height. And just straight out to the side. Your posture's real tall. If this is tough, let me modify it for you. You can bend your arms more, a lot more, almost to the point where you're at a 90-degree angle, and then you lift out to the sides. Right? And so this is a way you can modify, because it can be a little challenging to keep your arm almost fully extended and come out to the side. So it can be tough. So you pick. See which one's better for you. Both are fine. Both versions are fine. And you can get a little fancy and maybe do one, then the other, and just kind of play with it. Get a little creative. That's one thing that's so fun about exercise is you can get very creative with your workouts. And I try to make it as creative as I can be. Fun and engaging, but also functional. Posture's tall. So now let's go to the front. Palms are going to face in towards each other the entire time. And you're just raising your arms straight to the front, standing tall. Flex your core. If this is difficult, put one dumbbell down, hold it with two hands, and then raise to the front. Working the same muscles. Right? You're just using a little less weight. Okay, so that's if it's pretty tough on the shoulders. And if it feels okay with two dumbbells, then you stick with two dumbbells. Figure it out. Again, you're playing with the weight, seeing what works well with your body. Everyone is different. Two more. And relax. Come all the way down. So those are very functional because if you think about it in life, we tend to move. Arms will sway forward. On occasion, we need to go out and reach laterally for something or grab something. It could be something as simple as leaning over to the side to grab something in a chair next to you. So we use this movement quite a bit. So it's very functional. Moving along. Now, one of my favorite moves. Great for the posture. This exercise, you can go a little heavier, just a little bit. Definitely heavier weight if you can than the previous exercise, right? Don't use the same light weight because we're going to use a big back muscle, right? And the light weight, might be a little too light, too easy. I want to challenge your body. I want to challenge your muscles. So, right hand holding on to the weight, left leg forward. Right leg back. My left hand is on the high end of the chair, the backrest of the chair. It's just there for support. And I have a pretty big stance backwards, right? Moving that back foot back, a real big stance, okay? Pretty wide. From here, shoulder is right above the wrist. From here we pull, bringing that elbow up and the hand in towards your hip pocket. And just pull in. Stay strong through your core. Right? Flex your stomach. Try to keep your spine straight. Right? You shouldn't be rounding your upper back. Your spine should be fairly neutral, fairly straight. One more. All right, from right here, I'm just going to switch hands. So now my left hand is holding on. My right leg is forward, right hand on the chair. Pretty big step backwards with the left leg. That left arm is perpendicular to the ground. Get a good straight spine, neutral spine, and start pulling to your hip pocket. We're on the other side now. Remember to breathe. Exhale as you row. Pull that weight to your hip. Just a few more. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, put that weight down. Let's work on our balance a little bit. So, something a little fun, something a little different. We're going to do a little bit of a side step. So, first you want to get yourself situated right next to your chair or whatever you're using. I'm going to get my left side situated closest to the chair. My right leg is going to be doing all the moving. My left foot doesn't move. Fixed in place. Right leg. Step out pretty wide as you can. A little bend in the leg. Just a little, almost like you're squatting. But this leg is almost straight. Push off when you come back in. Don't come back all the way into your flat-footed. Come back in so that you can lightly touch your toe on the ground and reach up. And then you want to step wide again. So notice I stepped out wide, I landed, I bent my knee, I came in, toe tap. I grabbed the chair to use it for a little bit of balance support. From right here, reach up. Now, if you can, you step right into it, but if not, you come all the way down. Easy step. You can still hold on to the chair if you need to here. A little descent down, pushing out your hips. Coming back in, light touch with the toes. Reach up with the hands and knee. If you need to hold on to the chair with one hand, totally fine. Notice my right side is completely reaching up towards the top or towards the ceiling. Right knee, right hand, up. Then I come down, step out, come in, tap, reach up, come down if you need to, and then step. So the key is sidestepping and immediately bending the leg, immediately squatting. That is the key. Right, and of course, at the center of everything that we do is our core. Right, reach up, come down, little side step, bend the leg. Use the chair if you need to a little bit. Come in, reach up, come down. One more time. Reach up, if you can, extend nice and easy. Last one, and stop. Move the chair or go to the other side. I'm going to move it just for the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So now the right leg, right side of my body is closest to the chair. So from right here, side step, right? The right foot doesn't move, it stays there. Left foot, left leg. Step out. As soon as I land, bend that landing leg, right? Bend the knee, squat back. Strong core, come in, reach up, come down, light toe tap, firm, strong landing, good, bending or flexing of the knee, coming in, light touch, reach up, come down, side step, get a little squat out of it, come in, reach up, come down, side step, bend the leg, come back in, light touch, reach up, light touch, big step, bend the knee. Remember your core, especially as we reach and we work on the balance, right? Especially here as we step, and for that moment, look at that I'm on one leg, balancing as I step out and land, regain the balance, come back in, reach up. So a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to be aware of. Remember, break it down into parts. Go slow. Step, bend the knee, step in, balance, reach up, come down, step out, bend the leg, come in, reach up, come down, step out. Remember to squat as you land. Come in. Reach. Come down. Side step. Come in. Reach. Let's do one more. Side step. Come Come in, reach up, and relax. Moving on. Good job. So a little bit of everything. Functional in the sense where sometimes we don't ever take an exaggerated step like this. Unless we're playing sports, that's a good functional athletic sport, by the way, or an athletic move. But on occasion, you may find yourself having to do a little sidestep. You need a sidestep because someone's walking towards you, or you need to do something, stepping out of the way for whatever reason. So sometimes there is that occasion. But reaching up, we do on our own all the time, and then of course bringing the knees up. So the knee bringing up is more of a functional kind of way of walking, because it does happen. When we walk, we tend to bring up the knee and bend. So just kind of things that we do, little subtle things that add or help your daily activities. Sit down, grab a dumbbell. Heavy dumbbell if you have it. Hold on to it right in front of your chest, right in front of the shoulders. 2 hands, holding on. Posture is real tall. Core is engaged. Tighten up that stomach. Start to lean back. Your legs are out in front of you. Right? The heels are pretty light on the ground. Lean back, tight tummy, and then sit as tall as you can. Come back. Nice and slow. Control. Sit tall, right? Engage your core. Every time you get real tall at the top, you want to reset everything. Reset your core, reset your posture. Keep the heels grounded. Go back as far as you can. Lightly touch with your back. Then come forward. Come back. Tight tummy. Move forward, sit real tall. Flex that stomach. Get real tall at the top, right here. Right? Tight core, heels down. The heels want to lift off the ground. That's okay. You may feel they lift off the ground a little bit. That's all right. You just don't want the feet to lift way off the ground to get you up. Right, that's too much. Your weight is probably too heavy. Right? You may need to bend the legs a little bit more and not go back as far. So play with it. See where you're at. If your back is bothering you, put the weight down. Go lighter. And don't lean back as far. Right, shorten up your range of motion. Bring your feet in a little bit. This is if your back is bothering you. Okay? So play with it. See where you're at. See what you can do. Tighten up the stomach. Get real tall at the top. Let's do 3 more. Strong core. Sit real tall. That's 1. Tight tummy. Strong core. Sit real tall. That's 2. Last one. Strong core. Sit real tall. That's 3. Take a break. Put the weight down. Take a little breather. Moving along. Moving along to the next exercise. We're standing again. We're going to work on our calves. The back of our lower leg. Standing behind your chair or to the side of whatever object you may be using. Posture is real tall. Engage your core. Raise the heels up. Try to lift those heels up as high as you can. All right, and you want to feel your weight going towards the big toe. All right, so as you raise, shifting your body weight inward towards the big toe, towards that big ball right by the big toe. That's where you want to feel the majority of your weight. You just want to keep that weight from shifting outwards towards the pinky toe, because then your ankles are rolling away from each other. And you're creating a little instability, and that could be problematic. but it also takes away from getting the proper engagement in the muscles. So you want to focus on shifting that weight in, keeping your balance, keeping your core engaged, keeping your posture tall. Doing what you can. Almost there. Let's do 5 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one, but stay up. Stay up. Now I have a challenge for you. Keep those heels up. Stay on the balls of your feet to the best of your ability. Start to walk around your room. But you are walking around the room with your heels off the ground. You don't need to go far. Just walk around. But keep your heels up. Right? And just walk. Go wherever. Move. Move around. Move around. You can do a couple side steps. Right? To the left and to the right. You can go front. You can go back. You can go in circles. Whatever works. Keep the heels up. You should really feel those calf muscles working. Now let's switch it. Bring the heels down. And let's just focus on the toes lifting. So side view, profile, side profile. Focusing on the toes coming up now. And the heels are staying down the whole time. So we're shifting. Working the anterior part of our lower leg. The tibialis anterior is this little muscle right on the outside of our leg, right alongside the shin. You'll start to feel it. And you'll start to feel your feet slow down. You're not able to lift as quickly. You're not able to lift up as high. So you'll notice it's going to take a little bit of time, but once you're there, you can guess what's happening next. Again, we're going to walk around, but with the toes up. So keep the toes up and just walk around. Walk around, move around. You're walking on your heels. A little instability, right? Moving around, challenging your balance. Again, as always, think about your core. You don't have to move far. You can stay close to whatever object you need, just in case for balance, or you don't have to go too far away. But keep those heels up and just keep moving around. Keep the toes up, I should say. The heels down, right? Toes up, heels down, and just keep moving around. Do what you can. And again, you're just going to start to feel that tibialis anterior starting to work. And nice and easy, come down, completely flat-footed. Have a seat in your chair. And we're going to work on some more posture. So that exercise, well, the other one previous, the sit-up, if you're ever caught in this position, just kind of leaning back in a reclined position, getting out of a chair or out of the sofa, or maybe your reclined chair, your reading chair, or even if you're in bed but you're propped up on some pillows, this little sit-up motion was what we were mimicking. So again, functional, very functional. And then the calves and the heels going up and down, functional when we walk, very functional as we walk. All right, moving along. What did I say? Posture. Oh, the good old posture. So we are going to hinge forward from the waist. So knees bent at a 90 degrees, posture real tall. Bring your shoulders back. Pinch your shoulder blades together. You are already trying to stretch out and lift the chest. From here, tighten up the stomach. Bend forward just a little bit. So you have about a 30-degree bend forward. Arms are out to the side and point your thumbs out to the side. All right, so your arms are pointing down, but your thumbs are pointing out to the sides. From right here, raise up towards the ceiling, right back down. Raise up towards the ceiling, right back down. You're going to about shoulder height and then down. Now the key, here is the key. Maintaining good neutral body position, a neutral spine, right? Strong core. You're really trying to maintain good posture, right? So the chest is up a little. Shoulders are retracted and back. Core is tight. You're leaning forward. And then from there, just keep your thumbs pointing out to the side. And as you raise your arms up, you'll see that your thumbs are pointing up like you're hitchhiking, right? But I mean, you never hitchhike. I would never pick you up if you were hitchhiking anyway. I would leave you there. I'm sorry. You might have COVID. I'm sorry. I'm only teasing. But you've seen people hitchhiking. You've seen what they do. Their thumbs are up. Their arms are extended, right? And that's what you're doing. So we're externally rotating our arms to get a little bit of a different engagement through our scapula and our posture muscles, and then we can really squeeze and lift at the top. Now hold it here. Keep your thumbs up. Now focus on your posture. Your chest is out. Core is engaged. Neutral lower spine. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now, not only are you lifting upwards with your arms, but now I want you to go a little bit backwards and upwards. So you're kind of moving at an angle. Diagonal angle, back and up, squeeze. You should really feel your posture muscles in and around your scapula, your shoulders, maybe your neck, the rhomboids, the trapezius, all those posture muscles, all those muscles in and around the scapula, they should be lighting up and firing. You should really feel the burn. It's a good thing. We are working on your posture. Continue to hold. Let's do 15 seconds and we're going to be all done. So squeeze. Hold it. My hands are open. My thumbs are pointing back a little bit, but still kind of pointing up. I'm trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together while keeping my chest up and lifted. My core is engaged. Just 3 seconds now. And nice and easy. Come down. Relax. Shake out those arms. You should have really felt that entire upper back, right around the shoulders, just light up. So that's a good exercise to do to help prevent this rounded spine that you see some people have on campus from walking. And that's usually because of the walker. They're leaning heavily on the walker, they're starting to bend forward, and they've been relying on it for years and years, and just over time their posture just naturally goes to the front, rolls forward. Also happens with computers, sitting at a desk. So we're just trying to correct that postural kind of deviation. Let's stretch. Our shoulders got a lot of work today. Let's stretch them out. So, one arm. I'm going to start with my right arm. Straight out in front of you. Come across your body towards your left side. And then I'm going to bring my left arm and I'm going to sandwich my right arm in between my forearm and bicep. My left forearm. All right, so it's in there. It's cradled in there. You can see my right hand is just wiggling around. It's right in between the left arm there. All right, I'm grabbing right around the elbow. And I'm trying to bring in that upper arm towards my chest. And you should feel a pretty good stretch around that upper back. On the right side, so the scapula, you should feel that pull where you feel that scapula moving outwards. Other side, so now the left arm is straight out in front of you. Bring it across your body. Cradle it inside your right arm and bring it in. So now that left bicep is close to the chest. And you're really trying to pull in using your right arm. last one, this is probably the trickiest one. Right arm extended out, palm is facing up towards the ceiling. We bend the elbow and get your right hand to touch your right shoulder. Start to elevate or press that elbow up towards the ceiling. Now from here, if this is good enough, you can hold it here. If you feel like you can get more of a stretch, then you're pulling that elbow behind your head from up above. Now this also implies that you have good shoulder mobility to do this. Not everyone can reach above their head and pull their arm back behind their skull. So this can be tricky. So if you do have pretty tight shoulders, then I recommend pushing from below and just trying to get that good stretch through the rib cage and armpit area, the triceps, teres minor. There's a lot of muscles, the lats, the latissimus dorsi. There's a lot of muscles in there that can help, or that you can stretch that will help give you mobility. So now go to the other side. Left hand out, palm is facing up. Touch your left shoulder with your left hand. Start to bring that left elbow up towards the ceiling, pushing from below. If you have limited range of motion, this is what you're trying to focus on. And if you're able to, you're pulling from up above and trying to bring that left arm behind your head. All right, good job, bravo. Shoulders are all done. Good work.